everything we want to see in our block was here, and now we can see, now we can, the most ideal case scenario will be Monday to go up and then Tuesday to make the low of the week, something like that. But what I did was, obviously looking at my bias was sells, so I marked that supply zone on the hourly. Let me show you why. That was the previous day high, day low, and on Monday we are looking for a trade from this fair value gap. But also I asked myself one question: it doesn't make sense to go up all the way up here, fill up this fair value gap, and go up there and make the move, something like this. To be honest, if it is doing something like that, it also has a higher probability of continuing to the upside, right? Who knows, anything can happen in the market. So keeping all of that in mind and knowing the weekly profiling and everything, I waited for the Asian range. In this case, we can't do nothing. We have to wait for the Asian range to close. And also this was aligning with the DXY. Let me show you how. Here I was looking for sells on GBP USD, and I was looking for buys from DXY, from this zone. If I show you the 4 hourly, the 4 hourly is clearly bullish. A change of character happened somewhere around here from this zone, so it was aligning with our GBP USD. So what I did was, now on GBP USD I will show you my trade, exact trade. So let's wait for the Asian range to close. Until and unless the Asian range closes, we can't do nothing. So the Asian range closed here, and I was looking for the mistake on this trade was I took a trade from the fair value gap, because a trade from the fair value gap is not as high probability of a hourly. And also why? Because we don't know if it's a fair value gap trade. We don't know where we are waiting for, where we are trading from, right? But if you are trading an order block, we clearly know this order block was here, and we are looking for a trade from this order block. Whereas this fair value gap, the move can happen from here, 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 because we exactly don't know how much fair value gap it needs to fill, right? So now I need the Asian high to get swept on DXY, and sorry, GBP USD, and Asian low to get swept on this one, DXY. So also I was looking for, let me do it quick, it takes a lot of time. So yeah, the Asian low to get swept, come to this M15 fair value gap, and then make the move. I was looking for something like that, which didn't end up happening. Let me show you how. And it also taught us that trading on Mondays, when that bias, or when the weekly profiling thing is not there, like, you know, the weekly profiling, so trading Mondays was not a good option here. We should have waited for Monday to give the bias, and yeah, that was the thing. And the trade was somewhere around here on 115. I took this trade on 115 after seeing this rejection on M15 from this fair value gap, and this bearish move, starting of this bearish move, which was a very bad decision, because on DXY we can see it filled up the whole fair value gap, right? So it was also showing that the price has filled up the fair value gap to the T, and now it might continue to make a move from that zone right there. So that gave me extra confidence that GBP USD, now the sales might happen from here. The next moment we got stopped out. Literally we got stopped out. This was a very, very low probability trade. Yeah, it was a valid trade. We could have won this trade, to be honest, but what we learned from this trade was, when the weekly bias is bearish, obviously Monday has a higher probability of going up. It can go down, but it has higher probability of going up because of the weekly profiling thing. We have to keep that in mind. And trading this Monday was not the best option, and also there was no news on Monday. That was also the reason I was looking for a trade. There was no news on Monday, as you can see. So losing is a part of the game. This was just one of the losses. We took this L, and yeah, can't do nothing about it right now. And it could have been a winner, but it was a loser. So we'll look for Tuesday what happens. Bosh.